at 70 years old. How can you beat it? So today, gas prices went down a little bit. Gasoline. I mean, that much. It went down 2 pesos about, and everybody is like, "Oh, the gas is so cheap." They forgot that a month ago it was, $1.50 a gallon less, but $1.50 a liter less. Stupid. But what I want to know is why the electric bills all go up. What does the electric bill have to do with the gasoline price here? Nothing that I can come up with. Maybe the cost of coal got more expensive because we use coal to make electricity in this country. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Hard to tell. I know it's been really hot the last 3 days, and no change today. It's hot. It's a little bit overcasty, but still it's pretty hot. I'm teaching my new little dachshund. I'm going to teach him how to be a hunting dog. It's pretty funny. I shoot the dove off of my deck here in the tree out there, which we grind up. When we cook, my wife pressure cooks it, and then we grind it up and we put it over the top of the dog food so they have, real fresh protein meat. And the dachshund, they're bred for hunting dogs, so whenever I shoot a bird, I walk out to the field. It's about 175 feet or 75 yards. So me and him go out there, and he's learning to pick the bird up and follow me back with it. He's doing pretty good. I was pretty impressed. I made a video of it today. I might or might not post it. I haven't decided. But Walter is quite the little dog, let me tell you. We have a lot of dogs, and he's fun. He's actually a fun little dog. Anyway, we've had a almost like a brownout, which is really no electricity at all, almost every weekend now for, I don't know, a month or so. Almost more than a month. It's like every other week we've got all day, no electricity from 7 to 7 on Saturday or Sunday. It really sucks. No electricity, no air conditioning. And I don't mind sitting in the breeze, but I like the air con so I can sleep because I work nights. I think that's my wife. Hey, wife. Collecting bottles. She collects all the plastic bottles, and the junk guy comes around once a month or once every 2 months, and we sell the bottles. How much do you get for plastic?
5 pesos.
You get 5 pesos a kilo.
Or maybe 2 pesos.
Maybe 2 pesos a kilo. But you know what?
But
We have it anyway, yeah.
The last time I just gave away.
And the last time she just gave it away to the guy just so he'll take it. So I mean, we could throw it away, we could burn it, or we can use it that way and give it to people or whatever. Also, she's got about, I don't know, how many pairs of slippers you think you got in the house? 50? There's probably 50 pairs of Crocs and old shoes.
I harvest my
So, let me see. Wow, look, these are my wife's first cucumbers of the year. Oh, they smell so good. And we're eating them tonight. Put them in the fridge, get them cold. She's got a huge garden. It's about half of a football field, and it's got everything in it. You could think of. It's got it out there, which is really cool. She's a really good little house farmer. I don't know what you call it, gardener? I don't know. It's more like a farm. It's part of being in the Philippines. You could buy fresh veggies, but for 3 months a year or so, you can grow your own. And everybody's got gardens right now because it's growing season for the gardens. So we get about 3, maybe 4 months, and everything grows from peanuts, potatoes, tomatoes, cucumbers, chilies, eggplant, radishes, all kinds of stuff. I can't think of the other one. There's a bunch, and she grows all of it. And she's still planting. Still planting every day. It doesn't matter. Oh, in case you're wondering, here, I'll show you. It's Walter. Walter doesn't get, if I'm in this room, Walter, you can bet he's pretty close to me. I'm sorry about the hand. Walter's pretty close. He likes being next to Dad. He sleeps on my bed in my lap most of the time. But then so does Brandy, and so does Penny. Anyhow, what I was saying is the electric, it's weird because they shut us off at least 3 times a month for a whole day. And I mean, they give us a warning, and then they literally shut it off. 7 o'clock it goes off, and at 7 o'clock comes back on. I don't know what they're doing. They're rewiring. They put all new telephone poles up, all cement ones real nice, and they're doing a shitload of work. But still, it's really inconvenient for people. So anyway, what I was saying about the shoes, she's got all these shoes, mostly Crocs and tennis shoes and whatever. We're going to just give them away. They've been saving them to sell them. And something about the Filipinos, they throw nothing away. God, and I just can't stand it. I mean, I like to be able to open a closet and have enough room to, at least think you could put something in it. Here, you have no room. If it's got a drawer, it's full. If it's got a closet, it's full. If it's got a cabinet, it's full. It's a shelf, it's full. And I mean, it's full. There is no room to squeeze a t-shirt in my t-shirt spot. And when I have 50 t-shirts, I'm used to having 3 or 4. When I was in the U.S., laundry day came on Monday or Tuesday, and that means I used to go down, throw all my clothes away, go to Target and buy all new jeans and t-shirts. And it cost me hardly as, just a little bit more at the time than it would be to wash it. And I didn't have to go and sit in the damn laundromat. I hated it. I was living on my sailboat, so made it nice. Just go buy. I always had brand new clothes. Everybody always said, how come you always got new clothes? Laundry day. That was my laundry day. And it worked out. And then when I met my wife, while she was on the phone, I'm going, well, it's laundry day. She goes, go to the laundromat. I'm like, no. I did like 3 times in 3 weeks. I went to the laundromat 3 times. And the only good thing about it was Burger King was like right next door. I still hated it. Didn't like it. Don't like doing laundry. It's not my gig. It's too easy just to throw the crap away and buy new. I don't know. I'm lazy, I guess. Anyway, I'm watching, I kind of watch all the local Philippine bloggers about living in the Philippines. I don't know where they live because half the shit they say, I don't see, I don't understand, I don't get because I think, I don't know, they live in La La Land, most of them. I'm not sure what the deal is. They always talk about shit that I know, but it ain't the way it is. It's just not, that's not it, I mean, I know a lot of guys, I know a lot of people from other states, other countries. They've all got wives and girlfriends. They're not getting scammed. None of them. Never have. And maybe it's just the class of people that normal people meet as opposed to these fools that go to these beach towns. And I'm going to hang on Dumaguete again. That's a good one to talk about. And maybe it's, these guys from the States that go to Dumaguete. Oh, look, I'm here, beautiful beach town. Now there's a girl in a bikini. Let's go scam her. And it's the Americans and the Canadians, the Europeans, the Australians. They're the scammers, not the girls here. I mean, there are girls that are looking just to go out, get some money, get laid, have that. But I have to say, I think that the norm is not that. I think that the norm is the girls here, they'd love to meet American guys. They would. But if you're 70 years old, you don't go find yourself a girl that's 25. What the fuck is that about? I mean, I don't know. I guess, if you're into arm candy and, and it makes you studly, give me a break. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't get. My wife is in her, mid-50s and it's a good fit for me. I'm 70 years old and that's a good fit. She is, if I need help doing something like picking something up off the floor, half the time I can't bend over, she helps me. It's not like a complaint. She helps. She knows that that's part of the relationship, and she's a great cook. I'll tell you, there's nothing better than a Philippine woman to cook. They are the cookingest, and she cooks all the time. She cooks 3 or 4 times a day, and there's always hot rice, always, and there's always food. I can always find something to eat. If I want food, there's food. We're never out of anything that I can come up with. And we don't even run out of like mayonnaise or sugar or, I don't even know how she keeps up. I have no idea. I don't want to know. way she's doing it. She's doing a good job of it. It makes me very happy. She's a good woman. So, what can I say? And I don't know. I'm a little different. It says, "Welcome to live chat. Remember, blah blah blah. Community guidelines." Okay. Well, I don't chat myself, but if you guys want to chat, give me a thumbs up. Here, let me do it all. Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, share. Share it to who? Who wants to watch my fat ass? Anyway, here's what it is. I'm supposed to do that every time my wife says, "Make sure you tell." Thanks. That's great. I said, "Give me a thumbs up." Bing! I got a thumbs up. Well, thank you for that. I don't know who did it, but that's cool. It's pretty funny actually. But thanks. I have mostly Americans that watch these videos, and it's I don't know what time is it. About 4 o'clock. Wait, let me see what time it is. I don't even know. It's 5:25 in the afternoon here, which means it's like 5, 4, 3, 2 o'clock in California in the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you're in the United States, I don't know why I do these videos. Now I should do these videos in the middle of my night, but it doesn't matter. I don't have any I look on YouTube Studio. I have 0 Filipinos that watch me. Everybody that watches me is in the United States, which is interesting to me because you guys are up in the middle of the night. What are you doing watching YouTube at 3 o'clock in the morning? It's okay. I like it. You're watching. That's cool. I average about 600 views on every one of my videos. And I get I average about 1 subscriber per video, more or less. I've got about 2,000, I don't know, 2,100 maybe. I don't even know. It's 2,500, I don't know, something, subscribers. So that's, it's not just, I do this for fun more than I do for anything else. I was monetized about 2 years ago, and I don't know how I screwed it up, but they unmonetized me. And I said, okay, whatever. Don't care. I don't need the money. It would be nice. Now, my wife, she's trying to get monetized. She's really, really, really close right now. She does the cutest videos, and she is the best of best photographers. She makes some of the most beautiful movies you could ever see. I mean, her videos, and she does a lot of hamster videos, a lot of animal videos. And now she's doing videos of just around our house. Because we have, if you guys watch me at all, I have kind of an extreme house. It's got a dragon on the roof, a cement dragon that's 30 yards long. And if you haven't watched before, we have a tennis court and a golf course and some carnival rides. I even have a merry-go-round in my living room. I have a fishing pond and sauna and jacuzzis and a private bar and all that good stuff. I wanted to make a house that I didn't have to go anywhere to enjoy myself. I don't have to go to a resort. I don't have to go hang out with other people. If I want to go jump in a jacuzzi, I got one. There's a jacuzzi right there. I have one there. I got one on the top floor. If I want to, play pickleball, I got a pickleball court, which I was doing regular. I haven't done it in a year, so I don't know what we're going to do. But I do fishing pond. I go down there periodically and I fish, which is kind of fun. So if you guys want to move to the Philippines, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit, don't think about it. I hear all these guys, prepare yourself. It's a lot different. Doom, doom, doom. I came here with 2 suitcases, got off the airplane, and never left. It's like living in the 50s. And I tell everybody, it's like living in the 50s with all the modern technology and modern conveniences. We have 7-Eleven and Costco and, Jack in the Box, Burger King, McDonald's, Ace Hardware, all that stuff. We have it here. We have beautiful malls like out of the 80s in the U.S. I've said this over and over and over, but, don't come here thinking, oh, I may not like it. I guarantee you come here, you'll like it. It's not as humid as Hawaii. It's humid, but not like there. You don't feel like the air hits you in the face when you get off the airplane. The people this has got to be the nicest people on the planet. I've been in a lot of countries. Hi, yes, and I said, hi, Malaysia. You're in Malaysia? Wow, that's a long ways. Didn't you guys just go through a really bad a real bad storm or something, I think, right? I don't remember. It seems like I saw something about it, something about a bad storm you're going through. Anyway, hope the weather's good. I haven't been to Malaysia. Been a lot of places, but I haven't been there. I'd like to go there before I die, since I'm already 70. You gotta wonder. That's another thing. You know, you're 70 years old. I woke up one day and I went, fuck, I'm 70. Sat around my whole life, minding my own friggin' business. I wake up and I'm 70 years old. What happened? Shit. I don't get that. That's a bad joke God plays on it. You know what I mean? Hey, dear, I don't know what that means, but Donald Savage. Hi, Donald. How are you? Oh, man, I got 2 thumbs up. I told you, that's cool. Thank you, guys. Now, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do. I just picked up the line. Well, nice to talk with you. Where are you, Dawn? Like to know. Like I said, most of the people who watch me are in the United States. I didn't know people were in Malaysia. That's really cool. That's a really cool place, I understand. I've been like in Tahiti and French Guiana. Oh, I don't know. I've been all over the place. Oh, you're in Tennessee? I lived in Tennessee for a while. I lived in Jackson, Tennessee for about a year and a half. It was really nice. Very, it reminded, in all reality, the way the people and the culture are there kind of reminded me of here. When I came here, literally, I met my wife. I flew back to the States. I had some business to take care of. While I was in the States, I told her I was going to marry her. I didn't even ask her, I don't think. And then I flew back here, and about a few weeks later, we were married. And I have never left. I came here literally with 2 suitcases. I might have came here with 1 suitcase. Didn't need anything. You can buy it. That's the thing. I see these guys. I know this American that doesn't live far from here. I don't know him. I've talked to him a couple times. He paid a shitload of money to have a container sent over here with all of his U.S. furniture and his house crap. I was laughing at this guy. I really was. I was laughing at him because you can buy everything you want here, cheap. You can buy really nice furniture. I mean, this is a reclining chair. I can't recline. I got a fence behind me, but it's a 2-person reclining couch. And if you can buy it in the United States, you can get it here. I don't care what it is. And cheaper here and nicer here. You can buy a 110-inch television set, like a Google TV, 110 for $600 or less. You can. Ice makers, refrigerator. We have the same stuff you guys have. Actually, our air conditioning systems here are better than in the U.S. Everybody here has what they call mini splits in the U.S., where it's not a window air conditioner. It hangs on the wall. Because we don't do the house. We do individual rooms. We cool 1 room at a time. Whatever room you're in, you run your air conditioner. Hot water heaters. In the U.S., you guys have 2 water pipes in the house, a hot water pipe and a cold water pipe. I don't, and after living here, I don't know why. That's so stupid. What we have is point of use water heaters. So we have a water heater in the kitchen, a water heater in the bathroom, a water heater, and they're little. They're like 18 inches tall by a foot wide and 4 inches thick. You turn it on the temperature you want it to be on, and I've never changed it. I like my water this hot, and that's what I use. And so I'm not storing 40 gallons of water in my house and heating it. And oh my God, that would be ridiculous. Can't imagine it. Now I know that. We have 1 water line. We don't have 110. Everything here is 220. And it's 2, in the US you have 3 wires for 220. You have 2 110 wires and a neutral. Here we have 1 220 wire and a neutral. Much better. It's much better. The systems here work better. Whoa, I'm losing my thing here. Hold on. There it is. A lot of stuff here is better. I don't know of too many things. Another thing is, when you want windows in your house, realistically, you build the hole to fit the window in your house, or you have to order custom windows. Here we kind of order custom windows too. I put the hole in my wall that I want a window in, and then after the hole's there, I go to the window guy, I say, come to my house, make me a window. He comes to the house, he measures it. The next day he brings it in and puts the window in. Or like mirrors. I have a whole wall of mirrors in two of my house, two of my rooms. The bathroom downstairs and the bedroom upstairs. The whole wall is a mirror. And it's the same thing. The superpower you want for a day. Me? Oh, I guess that's something they're sending. Will you need, let's see, will you need your peace? I don't know what it said. I lost that one. Oh, will you need your peace so land's pretty good? I don't understand. Land's really cheap here compared to the U.S. But I don't know. Everything. Oh, Donald says, we got a lot of land. I got about 2 acres. And we're surrounded by about 50 acres of rice field. So it works out really good. We had no neighbors. Well, we got one neighbor on one side of us. But it's nice. This is. I don't know what I was talking about. I forgot. Something about the water and the heat and electricity. But, that's being old, stumbling over that gray matter. I was messing with my wife. Can't remember shit, but honey, you gotta tell me where this is. Where am I standing right now? I mess with her. I'm standing in the middle of the living room. I looked out, I go, shit, forgot my shoes. Where are they? Upstairs. Oh, fuck. Gotta go get my shoes. I go upstairs, I come back down, I go, oh, damn, where's my phone? Upstairs. Oh, shit, I'll get my phone. I do that a bit. I don't forget my dogs, though. Ever. Never, never. And I don't forget my wife. Yeah. But yeah, guys, coming here, you don't need to bring shit. I mean, I tell everybody, if you're going to buy something here, like a house, you could buy a nice house for $20,000. Really, I mean, you can go up from there. You can probably go down. I mean, you can buy it for less. But if you figure you're going to spend $20,000, really, you can buy a house and land. Now, you can build a house if you're smart for a lot less. I think you can probably build a house here for probably $7,000 or $8,000. Have it all, everything in the house, and then another $1,000 or $1,500 for furniture and the stuff inside. But you have to know how. You can't just come here and go, I'm gonna build a house. It's gonna cost me $1,000. No, because you're gonna go hire an architect. You're gonna hire a guy that's gonna come and rip you off to build the house. Who's gonna hire a bunch of guys for dirt cheap, and he's gonna make a bunch of money on them, standing around with his thumb in his butt. You got to know how to do it. You need to find somebody like me that tells you how to do it. And you don't need an architect here. What you need is a thought and a pencil and a piece of paper. You draw the picture, and these guys that build these houses, we call them carpenters here, they're the masons. They know where the posts go. They know how deep the posts have to go. I'm being a butthole. I'm just hanging out with you. Cool. Well, you're welcome to hang out, don't. I'm an asshole myself, so hey, join the crowd. But anyway, if you come here, you draw a picture of your house. Build a room. I told my wife we're going to build the bedroom and the bathroom, and then we're moving in. We did. Then we built the living room, and we built the kitchen, which I tore the table out 3 times because they had never got right until the last time. And the bathroom, I took the bathroom apart 2 or 3 times. The floor behind me in the dining room, it's about 1 foot thick because the first time I didn't like it. The second time it wasn't level, so I made them do it a 3rd time. So all of that completely maybe cost me to redo, and the floor is big. You can see it's a big room. It's probably 20 by 30 or something. It maybe cost me $500 to do it 3 times, including the tile. So, but it's not just building it. It's, I lost you. My thing that holds up my camera fell over. Anyway, it's not just knowing how to build it. You have to have enough brains to know when you're getting scammed. And I mean, I talk to these guys all the time. Seriously, I talk to guys here in the Philippines. Oh, I got so ripped off. The guys doing the cement work. Oh. And some of my friends, I listen to their stories and how they're getting shit done. And I have friends that never get shit done. They try, but they don't, because they get ripped off every time they do stuff. You know, I don't get ripped off ever. I have only had one thing stolen in 8 years that I know of. And that wasn't even really being stole from. It was my own stupidity. I sent the guy that was working for me to the hardware store, and he put something on my tab at the hardware store. And I didn't call the hardware store and order the stuff, so it was my own fault. And it was only less than $20, so I don't care. I fired him for it anyway. Actually, I'd have to fire him when I caught him. He never came back. Ceramic? Yeah, the tiles are all ceramic. We don't have carpet here. I don't even know. I guess you could probably get it in Manila, but you don't want it. It's better to have the tiles easy to clean up. And we've got 12 dogs, so if they take a shit on the deck, we just hose, we just clean it up. It's not a big deal. We have drains on the deck, and it all goes out there. But yeah, you could build a house here. My first house cost me about $2,500. I had the land. I leased it for. Actually, as dumb as it is, I had a 100-year lease for $20 a month that I could get out of at any time, but they couldn't get me out of it unless I wanted out. And so when I was ready to leave, we left. We built this house, and when it was ready to move into, we did. And literally, like I said, we had the living room and the bathroom, and we moved in. And then we built the living room next, the bedroom and the bathroom first, and then the living room was next, and then we did the rest. We went up from there and built the second floor on, which is really where we live. And then after that, we put the pool in and the third floor on, and we built the apartment / bar / cat room. And, then you build all the toys around that. Now I'm getting ready. I'm going to put another deck out this side in front of me. So in the evenings, I could sit outside instead of in here. It'll be a little more breezy, a little cooler. But it's easy and cheap to live here, It really is. It's very easy to live here, you guys. Is it daylight there? Yeah, it's, 5:30 in the afternoon, something like that. It's 5:45 in the afternoon. It's still daylight. Yep. It's, this is like a nice part of night. The only thing I don't like about this part of night is I shoot the dove out of the tree that's in front of me out there about 75 yards, and the sun goes down right to the right of where I'm looking. So it's a lot. I have to lean over this way towards the camera to get the sun out of my face so I can see if there's any dove out there. I'm teaching my dachshund puppy to be my hunting dog. I did a video earlier. I haven't posted it. And he found the dove and he picks it up and carries it around and follows me and teach him how to bring it back. So someday I'll be able to tell him, go get the dove, and I'll just turn him loose and he'll go out and get it. And I think he's going to be very capable of doing that. And I train dogs really well, so that'll work just fine. We got him. He was a wreck when we got him. Oh my God. He was born and raised for the first 2 months of his life on a pile of pine wood. I guess it's pine. And he never got off. He was born there, raised there, lived there, ate there, shit there, everything. And the funny thing is that the wood was about 4 feet wide, 10 feet long, and it was up 5 feet in the air. Never fell off. We put him, my wife feeds him on a chair because he won't fall off. He totally knows, don't fall down there. He's very smart that way. Anyway, if you guys want to move here, this is a great place to live. It's so calm and peaceful, and it's a good place to come and grow old. And it's a good place to find yourself. I'm no dog. I don't know what that means. Oh, you don't have any dogs? Oh, I have enough for both of us. And it's the people here are very loving and caring. My wife especially, she pays attention to me all the time, make sure I'm okay. And my daughter, who's 24, stepdaughter, she's a pharmacist. So if I have an ailment, I can tell her what I need, and she can pretty much help me get it, which is nice. I'm healthy. I don't have any heart problems or high cholesterol or high blood pressure, none of that shit. I take no pills. I literally take nothing. Unless I have a stomach ache, I'll take a stomach something for my stomach. But it's all good. It's always happy. It's always simple. I like it. So, Filipino, huh? Yeah. Filipino, that's my wife. Me, I'm from the States, from the U.S., which to me is the third. Everybody says, you're in a third world country. No. United States is a third world country. I was watching Donald Trump, which I like him a lot, but I was watching him the other day doing some shit on TV telling how he was interested in buying the Philippines because it's so corrupt. Yeah, it's corrupt. And then I watch what's going on in the U.S. with all the corruption in Minnesota and California and all this shit with the senators and the congressmen. I wonder, how can you say that one country is so corrupt when hundreds of billions of dollars is being stolen from the American people by the Congress and the senators? I'm sorry, I just don't get it. The governor of California, what a crook. That's a good one. The governor of California. Yeah, that guy's not too good. And I'm from California, and I have seen, yeah, it's corrupt, no shit. I have seen California. I grew up there. I was born in 55. And I used to cruise my Volkswagen, man, when I was in high school back in the 70s. We'd literally scrounge up together $2 to put in the Volkswagen so we could cruise all night. And it was nice. It was clean. It was pretty. The cops weren't assholes. I remember the cops taking me home to my dad because I was too drunk one time. I was in high school, and I remember what it used to be like, You got out of line and your old man gave you a smack upside the head or chased you around with a belt. But you grew up to be an adult. You didn't grow up to be some queer son of a bitch, that's for sure. There's more of that gay shit going on in the U.S. Now it's LGBTQ, LMNOP, whatever. We only had two things, either queer or gay. I don't want to say gay. Gay, I grew up gay was happy. Now gay is not so happy. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm old, I can say shit like that. Afro and a toothpick. That's funny, Don. But you have to be here. There's the same kind of stuff. It's just not so in your face. It's more normal here. Everything. That's all you can say. Being in the Philippines, it's just a normal lifestyle. Everybody here is just normal. The thing about doing these videos, and it's an odd thing. I'm talking to myself more or less. There's no interaction with too much of the other people, other than, the people that are, writing the text. Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, you come here, Don, and I'll tell you what, it's. I don't know if you could hear. I'll be quiet. There's no sound. I hear the water in my koi tank, which is 2 stories down. That's how quiet it is here. You don't have the airplanes and the cars and the horns and the all the shit going on outside. One of my guys that work for me in the U.S., he keeps his car in the garage under his house in San Francisco. And they broke into his garage. They broke into his truck. They stole all of his tools. You're talking $30,000, $40,000 worth of tools. And then they left. So he got his insurance company involved because it was in his house. They could replace all the shit with new. A month after he got it all replaced, and he had cameras, they did it again. Same thing. Stole all his tools again. They go to a neighborhood, they cut all the catalytic converters off the cars. It's just absolutely ridiculous. They're knocking holes in the oil pans. You can hear, you can't see. You can't see me? Anyway, they knock holes in the oil pans with a screwdriver, drain the oil out of it so that they can heat their RVs with the oil. I don't know how they're doing it, but they got some kind of oil heater now that runs on motor oil. So you go out and start your car up, drive down the road, blank, blank, blank. Pretty soon you got no more motor. Girls are notorious. Well, there's a red light on my dash. I can get home. That's what it's telling me. Go home, right? Still living. Yeah, still living. But so how old are you, Don? Like I said, I'm 70, born in 55. And old is okay. I have pretty much come to the conclusion that being old is not a bad thing. Being old is just being old. We know more. I know a lot of shit, and that's the worst part about being old, I think, is when I die. You want to get down, baby? Okay. When I die, What happens to all my knowledge? 53. Oh, hell, you're a young man. You know, what happens to all the things that I know? All the stuff about motors? Because I'm a mechanic my life. I'm also an architect and an engineer, so I know a lot of stuff. I forgot a lot of stuff. And I know some of the stuff that I forgot about, you know. I used to know how to tear apart a Volkswagen motor and put it all back together. Old Beetle, that's my first car. I could literally rip a motor apart in my garage, put it all back together with all new parts in 5 hours, maybe less. Now, I probably still do it, but I'd have to think about it. Now I don't want to work on anything. I just don't. Oh, I like mechanic? Yeah, that's what I do. Wrench on cars. Oh, I don't now. But I have 9 mechanics that work for me in 3 states, which makes it nice. But I don't know. Now I just sit around here. I hunt. I drive my motorcycle. I bought a new motor scooter. It's kind of nice. And I play with my dogs. I want to build a box on the back of my bike so I can take my 2 dogs. I have 2 small dogs. One's like a giant Chihuahua, and one is it says this message is held for review. I don't know why. You don't have to hold nothing. Whatever they got to say to me, man, send it on. Who gives a crap? I don't give a shit. Anyway, one's a kind of like a giant Chihuahua, and the other one is a little small Dachshund. And they're like my 2 kids. They're my babies, and I take them with me as often and everywhere as I can. And I want to take them with me on the bike because I know they'll both enjoy it to death. They like going places with me, and you know, dogs that like to have their. It says view message. Hang on, I can view it. Let's see what it says. It says, "Bust your knuckles up." I don't know what that means. Why would they hold that? Oh, working on cars, bust my knuckles up. Yeah, I don't anymore. I have broken my fingers and stuff though. But they'll like it. They would like to go with me on my bike. I know. I take my snake. I have a python that's about 5.5 feet long, and I wrap her around my neck. I put a hoodie on, and she'll stick her head up like this and look around. It's pretty weird. But I have snakes as pets. I have 4 or 5 of them, 4 or 5, in cages in my living room on the wall. So, but I'm weird. What could I say? You got to do something weird. If you can't be weird, what can you be? Well, I guess I took up everybody's time enough. You guys, if you're listening, thumbs up me. What's the other shit you got to do? Subscribe, share. What else is there? Anything else? If there's anything else, man, do it for me. I'm trying to see if I can manage to get this one monetized again. My other channel is going to get monetized. I have another channel, but it's all about my dogs. And if I get one of them, I want to get this one because it's closer. I've got a lot of more subs on this one. The other one I've only got like 100 or 80 or something, 60. I don't even know. But this one will get remonetized before that one does. And who knows? I might even make 30 or 40 bucks a month. Really for my wife, not for me. I don't care. How many more years do I have to live? But when I go, I want her to be taken care of, and the best way to do that is take care of her. So, all right, you guys. Well, I talked enough for today. I will talk again later tomorrow. And hey, enjoy life. Adios.